Hello, my fellow 1,000 subscribers now. We are going to be doing it big these next few days. We're going to have more content rolling out now that we're on the 1,000 club. I feel like now it's time to start really pushing this channel. And today we have a special review for you guys since we finally hit the 1,000. I was planning to do this review, had this car in my room for a while, and this is one that I had wanted to make a vote on to see if anybody would take part in the poll. But I guess we're going to be reviewing all these cars, hopefully in the coming next few days. So without further ado, let's get on to this review, shall we? Here, this is the 1/18th scale. This is actually a signed petty car. I got this off eBay for $137 with the shipping. Yes. And I have gone through some people that have said this signature is 100% authentic and real. I did polish this model with a little bit of carnauba wax, so the finish would stand out. And this thing is just an absolutely awesome model from American Muscle. So yes, we're going to get into the nitty gritty. I just went to go see the Richmond race at the start of this month, and I wound up picking up some NASCAR stuff in honor of that. So this is the one piece that really highlights the racing collection. It's one of the pieces I wanted to get since Petty is getting pretty old in age, and I at least have to have one Petty car before, everyone's going to pass away eventually. Petty is getting pretty old, and I wanted to finally have a Richard Petty car as part of my collection. Alright, so without further ado, we'll move on to the car itself. Beautiful Petty blue paint job. All the correct sponsor decals. Of course, back then, these cars really did not run a ton of sponsors. There weren't many back in the day like what they run now on NASCARs. This is more your classic type. Here's the front end here, along with that authentic Petty signature done in silver. And be careful here. It's a very nice model. Plymouth by Petty. Now I've noticed there are some paint bubbles on the rear deck lid of this car. I've managed to polish most of it out, but I hope it's not signs of zinc pest. Nice rear bumper here. Trunk doesn't open, but the doors and the hood, the important parts, do open. So yeah, this is an American Muscle piece. I'll show you all. There's a little certificate of authenticity that comes with this guy. You can pause and read that if you want. Here's the reverse side. Alright. Now we'll get on to underneath of the hood. I tend to like to be very careful opening the hoods on these old ertls because the hinges tend to be very, well, they're not all the way sensitive, but I tend to like to be careful with these hinges. Just a really nice engine bay, well represented here on the model. You see the detail in there. There you go. Very nicely done. It's a little more detailed than the standard ertl American Muscle piece that you would see. I'll close this now. And on the inside, you'll see here that these NASCARs didn't have a ton in the way of safety features. They're definitely not built like they're built now, like a bank vault pretty much. Front end does steer with the steering wheel. Of course, there's no suspension, which isn't surprising since it is an American Muscle piece. Interior is pretty sparse, as a stock car would be. These were definitely called stock cars for a reason. You could probably drive such vehicle on the street now if you had all the emissions equipment necessary. Here's the other side of the interior here. Again, very Spartan. I don't even think, no, there was no back seat in here, but look at the roll bar and cage. This is very nicely done. All right, so now the underside. Here we go. There's a steering wheel. All right. Even the oil pan's done up, the transmission, got the pipes. This was before boom tubes were a thing. These you just had the straight. These are almost kind of like the Trans Am style exhausts. Tank is painted up. Again, nothing like suspension or a rotating drive shaft. But otherwise, it's all, at least here, and painted up. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so I kept it short with the review. This definitely wasn't as long as the Boogie Van, because there's just not much to say. This is the King's car, one of his, and I know a lot of people are looking for one of these, and I just hope I don't get people trying to strong arm me into selling it, because this car is way, way, way out of the question for people trying to ask me to sell it. I don't sell. My collection is my collection, or I rarely sell anything. It's rare that you see anything of mine come up for sale. But yeah, all in all, a very nice piece. Good representation of the King's car. I'm going to limit it to about 8 minutes because that seems to be the amount of time that people want to watch these reviews for. And we got to increase our click-through rate and watch hours. So now it's going to be about just pumping out those short videos that really make a difference in the views. So, at a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say I give this car a full 10. It's a pretty good representation. American Muscle still stands as one of the leading replicas of, all the boomer stuff, whereas my friend Matt calls them boomer mobility scooters, as a joke. We kind of joke each other about the kind of cars we like. But yeah, this is a pretty nice 1/18 scale model. I'll probably put another coat of carnauba wax on it eventually because I did get some fingerprints on it reviewing it. But man, this is a sweet car. And guys, that concludes my review of this beautiful 1/18 scale. And I'm so happy to be in the 1K club. You guys have absolutely no idea how grateful I am to finally be there. Oh my gosh, you have no idea. It is awesome. I'm just happy where we're at, honestly. We're almost getting to our watch hours. We have 10,000 shorts views on the YouTube shorts. Let's make that 10 million. Let's try and get those shorts hours up, watch hours up. Let's try and get those actual watch hours up. So, as always, remember considering checking out the rest of my channel, clicking that notification bell for more of my content brought to you on my channel. That way you can stay up to date and in the loop of when I upload new videos. And remember to check out the JMan63 official fan page on Facebook. And there's a lot more to come, guys. And we'll be having more for our 1,000 subscribers the next few days. Alright, guys. See ya. Bye.